It's another day where I bring out to you some cool videos, and obviously today it's a Wednesday, which means that I've got a deal, and today it's Wednesday deal day. And if you're tuning in, wherever you're tuning us, welcome. But this is a deal that any one of you can buy. I've always been saying to people, start small. What do I mean by starting small in real estate? Today, the deal that I'm going to be showing you guys is for 380,000 Rand. It's a two-bedroom, one bath, and it's in a cool neighborhood. Some very fascinating things that I found out when I was doing my own research. And it's a place that I would personally invest. You all know that I do property investments. And I think that whenever I'm saying start small, this is a deal. You remember when I started off? When I started off, my first deal was a two-bed, one bath, and it was literally it was valued at around about 500 or so, and I ended up buying it for 160. It's been a while now. I bought it for 160. Went on to renovate it for around about 50, and we were all in for 210. And eventually, when I sold it, I've sold it for just about 490. That was back in the days, but the intention was not to sell it. And I wish I knew what I know today. I would have never sold it because a couple of years later, that property now is valued around about 600-700 already. So I lost some money there. And in today's video, I am going to showcase to you guys the one deal that I think is an amazing deal. If you're very new to us here, welcome. We are the TJ tribe, and we are of the firm belief that every modern parent should earn passive income through real estate. That's our thing here. And if that's your thing, you are at the right place. But without wasting time, you all know I always do a prezi for you. So here is my presentation. So if we're just meeting today, you already know who I am, so which is cool, awesome stuff. It is Wednesday, so it is Wednesday deal day. And as we go along today, I want to introduce you to someone, guys, that you probably may not know. And if you do know them, shout out, give me some comments what you know about them. I met up with this article whilst I was doing my own research about, changes that are happening in the world. And then basically I found a guy called Sebastian. But before I go on to speak about Sebastian, I want to introduce you guys to a proverb. You know what's a proverb? Yep. A proverb basically, this proverb here is a Chinese proverb, and it says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And when is the second best time? Now. Right. And I was like, whoo, this is quite deep. And and then I started just looking online to see, places that have transformed within the last 20 to 30 years, which is basically in my lifetime. And Saudi Arabia is one of those countries. If you Google Saudi Arabia in the 90s, it's nowhere to what it looks like today. But I was like, but that's Saudi Arabia. I am not, I don't have the big monies of Saudi Arabia. But I thought, let me tell you the story about Sebastian. Sebastian, he is no ordinary person, but I think he was an ordinary person. I still don't believe that he's an ordinary person. But basically, Sebastian, he had a piece of land, a farm that his parents left him back in the 90s. And the big picture that you are seeing there on the left-hand side, just next to the Chinese proverb, that was the picture of that land in 2001. Some of you were already born, some of you were already working. Well, okay, some of you I'm at 2000, so you're not yet born, right? Okay, fine. I get it. But in the space of 18 years, Sebastian is a photojournalist. That's his thing, right? That's his profession. However, each time he was at home together with this team, together with his wife, what they started basically doing roundabout in 2000 was to plant a tree. Every day they would plant a tree. And my friends, this is the picture 20 years later. Actually, it's not even 20 years later. This is around about 18 years later. You can see the same picture on the same angle, but the vegetation is all over. The ripple effect of the return of investment here is amazing. Now imagine if you are just buying one property every year, and in 20 years' time, what does it look like? You don't have to buy the big buildings. You don't have to buy the entire places that you're seeing. I'm just challenging you what it would look like if you had to buy one property 1 year. How about one property in 6 months? Like, it's a game changer. And I wish we get this. But I'm going to show you guys a small deal to convince you to say that you can be able to buy properties one a year. We are just looking too far away when it comes to these things. I wish all South Africans could understand this. And I know some of my cool guys everywhere in the world, they get this. And they are also smashing it just the way I'm smashing it as well. It's a simple deal that we are going to be talking about. It's a simple entry-level deal. And basically, this is a 2-bed, 1-bath. Yep. There you are. A simple bed, a simple 2-bed, 1-bath. It's got no gate. You can see that. And the whole place this is it. It's not complicated at all. My friends, this is the same strategy that I started doing when I was coming into real estate. I didn't go for the big buildings. Some of you now know me, I do big buildings. I didn't go for the 50-bed student accommodation. I didn't. I literally said, what can I afford? At the time, I couldn't even afford anything. Some of you can afford 10 of these. Some of you can afford maybe 100 of these in one go. But the power in you starting off in these small deals is a great lesson learned. They are going to give you so much education. However, if you've already started, this can fast track your property portfolio, or you can as well now going bigger because you understand the process and things like that. So let's go on to talk about the deal itself. I want us to speak about the deal, but in the last, if you're joining us for the first time around, this is not the only deal that has been here. We've had other deals, and in the last couple of 3 deals, there was one deal that we showcased on here, I think about 2 to 3 weeks ago. And basically, someone bought it for 1.3 million, and the renovation cost was for 500. Their rental income on this property is 66,000. So basically, they got a yield of 25%. Right. This is a one deal that was available, just like what I'm showing you this deal, and someone else in the community snatched it. People in the TJ tribe, they don't mess around. There we go. Another deal as well that we showcased probably about a month and a half to 2 months. And you can check out some of the other videos. And this deal here, it was a simple 2-bed, 1-bath. I brought the deal here and I said, guys, this deal is available. I'm not buying it. Is there anyone who's keen to buy this? And it was selling for 360, and there was a 5,500 Rand rental on it. And basically, by just buying, you were making 190 equity. What do I mean by 190,000 equity? When you're buying something on a discount, that's good, isn't it? You're already doing some savings. It's the same concept in real estate. A recent deal that we did recently, and this one I think we showcased it about 3 weeks or a month ago. Someone who is in the tribe, who is learning from me, they snatched this deal here. And this deal here is a 2 million Rand deal. They wanted some renovation of 500. So their full capital in this deal here is sitting at 3.2. And the rental that they are going to be getting on this one is 90,000. This was at the time when we were looking at the deal without us taking all the professionals at the property. And when we bought the property, now I'm saying when we, it sounds like I'm the one who also bought it. But anyway, he's my student. So yeah. So when we bought, yeah. But it's not my deal. It's someone else who's in the community who's learning from me. He's got his own money. And he says to me, TJ, I'm good for this deal. And basically what happened here, when we took a lot of the professionals onto the team, power team, architect and so on, and they then actually checked out to see that there is more rooms for more beds. And this time around, my friends, he's not only earning 90K, that's what we projected, but he is actually going to be earning 110,000. That's a 20 grand more than what we were thinking on this project. So that's an amazing deal for this guy here. I'm excited for him and his family. This is a yield now of maybe around about 30%. It was around about 20 at the time. So this is amazing times for him. But I've got an announcement to share with you guys. So we do these announcements from time to time. So we've got a what do we call it? We've got an online event that's coming up at the end of the month on the 27th of November. And basically, I am inviting you. And if you're one of those people that are serious about building real estate, building your businesses, I urge you to say, come. Because what we are trying to do is the event is a 4-day event. In the evenings at 7 o'clock, and we will be spending around about 90 minutes together. Just budget for 2 hours just in case we go over. And I want to educate you guys on how we can be able to plan for 2024, right? It's not just the planning that we need to do. It is the learning of growing the business. So I am dedicating 8 hours of my time towards the end of the month to teach you on how you can grow yourself, right? That's number one. And how you can grow the business. And hopefully you can have an amazing family because your family will be provided for and you can have more time with your family. But I am going to anchor this on 3 things, right? Investing in property wisely and securing your future, which is obviously I want you to earn some income from this business. That's what I want you to do. And hopefully you can be able to live the lifestyle that you're wanting to live. So how do you register? You will see in the comment, we are going to pin a comment, and that comment basically would say to register for the event, follow this link. And this is the link that you need to follow, www.thetjtribe.getready2024. And we are going to get ready for 2024. And for some of you who are very keen in making a change in 2024, this is your opportunity. Come, let me teach you how this is done. Let me teach you how we can do this. I don't know, maybe we might do it on live on YouTube. I don't think so, but I think our system doesn't allow us to do that. So it will be in a closed room. So it is important that you register. I'll see you there. But let's talk about the deal. Always, before we jump into a deal, we always go and affirm ourselves because, money is not like an easy thing for everybody. Some of us, we come from no money at all. So if you're new to this channel, this is what we do at this junction. You repeat after me at the top of the third count, and we repeat exactly what's on the screen there. And the idea is that we can start telling ourselves to be better in money. We can tell ourselves to be better around opportunities. Yeah. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. My mind is open. My mind is open. Help me, TJ, to make some money. That's it. That's it. Well done. Well done. Let's jump into the deal. This deal here, my friends, it's a 380. I did mention to you that it is a what? A 2-bed, 1-bath. With its 2-bed, 1-bath, there is round about 3 strategies that you can do here. The first strategy is that you can do what is called a buy to let. Buy to let, right? So you're buying it and then you're renting it out. The second strategy is that you can literally buy this and you can own it. It's in a nice neighborhood. Maybe your mommy is going to, or your granny or things like that. Whatever it is, maybe you want to put in some of your people there. It's an opportune property like that because it's a small amount of money. But I am always advocating to start small. This is the starting small point part of it, right? So the third strategy that you can do here, which is I'm seeing in this neighborhood, is you can buy it, you can build some rooms around it, you can go to Amastand, and Amastand, if you don't know, Google them. They're not paying me to talk about them. I'm just giving you some info. You know me, I like to help you. And you can rent it out. You can rent the rooms when you're done. Isn't that amazing? Currently, You can renovate this property. I put it at the top end about 150, but you can do it at half the price, literally. And you'll be able to earn around about 4,500. The same property, my friends. So I'm going to say here, what is the value? What is the land size here? The land size of this property is sitting at 391. Okay. And you can literally, under roof here is about a 160, not 106. That's a typo there. 160. And I want to say 160 multiplied by, let's say 7,000. Why am I saying 7,000? If you had to build this house today, it will cost you $1 million. This house, if you had to build it today, right? Let's say, is that 106 or 160? I think it's 106. Okay, times 7,000. 7,000 is what you can build these days per square meter. So you need to think of it this way as well. If you had to build this today fresh, how much would it cost you? So your replacement is going to be much higher than 380. And now maybe I might be confusing you. I hope I'm not. Tell me if it's making sense in the comments. So this property is selling for 380. And we are saying if you had to replace it today, I think you can still build it at 7,000 rand per square meter, this type of a house. So if it's got 160, it's about $1 million. And you buying it for 380, it's a no-brainer. It's a huge win, right? Okay, good. Let's go along. If you're keen on this property here, in the comments, we're going to put in another link. So today we're going to have 2 links in the comments. The one that speaks to the deal, obviously you're keen on the deal, and the other one that is going to speak to the event, which is coming up, which is this event here, to say if you're interested to join in so that you can learn, then let's do. But I want to say to you guys, I found something very interesting about this area, which I want to showcase to you, which I think was, gold, right? And some of you may know, I do a lot of research on properties and areas. So when I found this area, I haven't invested. So I'm going to put in a disclaimer. I've never invested in Soweto Glen before. It was my first time going there and driving in a little bit deeper. And I like the neighborhood. It's cool. It reminds me of where my grandmother used to stay. And the houses are not too big. The people are a very camaraderie, community kind of like. So I really like the neighborhood. There is a tool that I'm hoping that you guys use, because I've mentioned it a lot of time. And that tool is called the TPN. And I drew a report on Soweto Glen specifically, and there were some amazing things that I found out about it, specifically on the rental space. Let's jump into it. So if you have never seen a property report before, this is what a property report looks like, my friends. Okay, so basically what they do is you'll have to pay for this, but don't worry, it's not a lot of money. You pay around about 36 rand. I think it is 35 rand, 36 rand, somewhere there. Now, the thing is that if you are very dedicated to making money in real estate, there are so many tools that you can utilize to already bulletproof your chances of making money. So a TPN report is one of those. They've got many reports, but the one that is very good for you as a property investor is the one that's called the investor report. So maybe what you can do to understand this investor report, just have like 100 rand. On your 100 rand, I want you to do 2 things. Get a report for your own neighborhood where you are staying today, because then it becomes easy to read your own area. You understand it, you can see it. You've been staying there maybe for a couple of years, so you can understand already the demographics in your area. So then you can marry what it's saying versus what you already know. That's the first thing. So it's kind of like an education piece that you're doing for yourself. That's exactly what I did for me when I got this report for the first time. The second thing that you can do is that if you're already investing, So which means that you already understand that area, put a report for that area. And then bingo, you can obviously analyze it between your area of staying, the area of investing. And if you don't even own a property, that's okay too. Let me teach you how this is done. So I'm gonna go in here. So basically, you get 5 sections in the property in the investor report, and it speaks about information yield. It speaks about rental prices. It speaks about existing properties in the area, the demographics, the household demographics. So it's quite cool. Good standing. That's the area that I like. Good standing. What do I mean by that? Good standing just basically means that this is a barometer in terms of measuring how many people are paying across the country, in a province, in your suburb. So you can already see if you are going into an area and only 5% of those people in that area pay rent, you're going to struggle to get rent. So I wouldn't buy in that area, right? But what if it's 90%? Hallelujah. 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 Then just basically means that I found a nice, cool neighborhood. So what does it mean for this, for Soweto Glen? I bought this report not so long ago. Right. This one here is telling me about the transactions, property transactions in the area. I don't really, it's not my thing here. So I'm just going to pass on the first one. The second one, now this one here is talking about rental payment index. So basically it's going to be telling me about people that are paying. So on this here, it talks about, it gives you the area, obviously, and then it tells you the, on the left-hand side, it tells you the people that are paying. It tells you on the right-hand side, the ones that are not paying. So you can look at the colors, if you're challenged by numbers, at least you can see the colors, right? However, right there at the bottom, it says good standing ratio. And then it tells you at a national level, you can see there, that's the green olive line. And for Soweto Glen, that's the blocky, the blue blocky. And I was looking at this and I said, whoa, in Soweto Glen, the tenants there are actually on the uppish side. They pay rent on time. Wait, am I saying correctly? I didn't have any expectations. I was just looking. And this is a good surprise. So obviously with this kind of information, by the way, like I always say, nobody's paying me to talk about TPN, by the way. So don't think that TJ is being biased here. He's talking about TPN. I'm not. It's just a tool that is available on the market. If you know of any other tool that we can talk about, bingo. We are all about tools here so that you can be able to improve your game. Now, with TPN, where can you get the report? You can go through onto TPN, www.tpn.co.za, and bingo, you can get a report like this one for your area, for your suburb, and you can start analyzing it, right? The more you analyze more areas, the more you are to find a good area. In some cases, what I've done is I've said I want to buy in this area, I like it, and then I come here and I see the numbers are not lekker. Obviously, I won't buy in that area. Or I will continue buying it, but however, I'm going to watch the tenants like a hawk. You know what I mean? So what am I going to be doing? I'm going to put stricter measures than somewhere else in my business. I'm going to vet more harder on the tenants as they come. So remember, guys, this is like reports like this one is not the end all be all. It's not the end all be all. It is just about giving you some guidance. I also am of the firm belief, because my background is technology, the more you put in the good quality data gives good quality reports. And bad quality data also give bad quality reports. So I am not saying that this is good or this is bad. I'm saying that it's a guidance. Always look at it as a guiding tool, because this data may not be 100% accurate. Okay, so it's a guiding tool. That's what we're saying. It's a guiding tool So in this case, we are excited. People in tenants in Soweto Glen, they look here like as if they are good tenants. And so it's an area I didn't know about. And now I am going to jump into this area. So remember, property is not just about, let's do the numbers. And there's also extra data that you need to get. And today I've introduced you guys to a tool. I don't think that I've introduced you to this tool today. We've spoken about TPM before in other videos, but I'm just re-emphasizing on it. There is other pages that I'm not going to go through. Rental prices. You can now check rental prices per room, per 2-bedroom, per 3 bedrooms, and things like that. What are the trends in that area? Price distribution. But I am not going to talk about all of that today. Today was just for us to focus on this specific deal. And if this is things that you are like hardly interested in, right? Not hardly interested in, if you're hardcore interested in and you're wanting to say, TJ, I think I really like to do this and I can see myself doing this for a living and I can live off my rental income, then I am inviting you to the show, yes, to the event that we are going to be having on the 27th to say, come. We will teach you on how best you can start doing this in 2024. Or maybe you've already started, you want to scale it. Come. What are some of the benefits that you can get by joining, obviously, a tribe like this one, like the TJ tribe? Not only do you get education in the tribe, you get education, which is cool, which is amazing, but they've also seen from a research perspective that if you're in a community where others are doing what you're wanting to do, you are going to be doing it as well. Birds of the same feather, right? Then the third thing is that you can also get like some very cool deals. There's cool deals that happen. Like for instance, there was this deal here. This deal, I got this deal. I couldn't do it. I didn't have the money at the time. And I passed it on to someone in the tribe. He had the money and bingo, he did it. So if this is your game, you want to jump into real estate, and you want to jump into the investment of real estate, not being an agent. I don't know how to teach people how to be an agent. I've never been an agent before. I don't know how to do it. And you're employed, you got a bit, you got a business, you get a bit of cash, and join me on the 27th. How do you join? There is the link, the TJ Tribe. Get ready for 2024. Bingo, I am going to be teaching you on how best you can scale this. Right. So, my friends, I will see you on the next video. But for now, let's see. The deal that we are sharing about here, in the comments, there's going to be 2 links. Link number 1 is to join for the getting ready for 2024. Link number 2 is for you to say, if you got some money and you're wanting to do this deal, then let me know. We will do it. But for now, it is I, TJ. We will check you out on the next video. But find the videos on the TJ Tribe that will teach you the stuff that you're looking for, because there's quite a lot of videos that we have done. So jump on some of the older videos, listen to them, consume. I always encourage people that when you're consuming some of the stuff on the YouTube, have a book. Like I've got a book here. This is my learning book, right? So within this book, what I basically do is that as I'm learning, I'm already writing. And when I'm writing, there's 2 things that I do, right? New information, things that I need to stop doing and start doing. New information, I've just learned here, things that I need to stop doing and things that I need to start doing. If we are to do that for about 1 year to 2 years, you'll be a totally different person. So my friends, that was a big tip that I've just given you. But from me and the team, it's been great hanging out with you. I'll see you on the next video. It is I.